not ad hominem. What's the word?
Ad
Red
hominem.
herring.
It's not red herring because you said my arguments are logical.
It is. I
Oh, what?
proved why it isn't logical.
It's
You're
not
not like
because
you're
I
telling me a
don't think you know
character,
Wait,
what
hold
and
on,
logic
hold
again, a
on.
is. I
What
base
do
don't
the
think
character,
you
a
know.
three
human, can just
laws of
hurt. It's
logic have to
dumb.
do with the topic?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a great
I
question.
told
What do they have to do with the topic?
yeah because you said my arguments are logical. So can
Then
you please tell me the three laws of
explain
logic?
why what's it called or what the three laws of in what was it called, the three laws of logic are?
My alarm went off. Can you repeat that?
Can you explain what the three laws of logic are?
Yeah,
If you're so confident on this,
that's the burden I placed upon you.
The burden that like why is it me or why you are asking me why it's dumb?
You are so lost in this conversation. I said,
No,
can
because
you
your
please?
fucking argument's ass. It makes no sense.
No. Okay, so you said my arguments are logical. I'm now asking you to tell me what the three laws of logic are, since you think my arguments are logical.
Why?
And you want me to explain
Why?
why? Is that what you're saying? You want me to explain why it's illogical?
I'm asking you what the three laws of logic are.
I don't fucking know. That's why I'm asking you to explain it. And
Oh,
why is it even
so you
relevant to the
can't say my
conversation?
arguments are logical then.
Go on. Say it again.
Okay, so you're saying my arguments are logical, but you don't know what logic is.
Explain
This is
what you mean.
terrible.
I don't give like, oh my god, there's like, oh my god, he doesn't know a definition. Like, oh my god, he doesn't know this. I don't give a damn. Explain what you're trying to say. You're trying like, oh my god, he's dumb. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Explain your point.
I think it's the type of shit they use against in debates just to make the person seem like they're right.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, he's trying to say like, oh my god,
That's
look, he doesn't
pretty
even
much
know this
how.
word. Oh my god, he doesn't know the definition of this word. Oh my god, he doesn't know the 5 definitions of this word. Oh my god, guys, he's so dumb. He's so lost. Like, bro, just explain your point. You're just saying this over and over and over again. If you want to talk about circular, you're just going circular by saying you don't know what this means. You don't know what this means. Like, explain your
no,
point, dude.
me asking you to prove your burden and you dodging it is not going circular.
I asked you, do you want me to? Are you asking me to prove why what's it called? Your
You
point
are
doesn't make sense, and you're
so
like, do you not know the
confused.
3 levels of
You
logic,
are
or where the fuck
so
it's called?
confused. Yeah, so the law of non-contradiction, law of excluded middle, and the law of identity. Which one of those did I break?
The law that makes no fucking sense. Your argument's ass. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
The argument's ass because if you knew if it was true.
W rebuttal. Was that like an insane reductio? I've never
No, I
heard
don't
that
give a fuck
before.
about I don't give a fuck about any
You're
of your words.
so
You're just saying like, oh my
confused.
god, like what about
You're
the word of
so
logic? The
confused.
logic is that makes no sense. You're saying a character with like who can damage the lowest level of infinity could damage the highest level of infinity. That's what you're saying.
What
You're
is
so
the debate?
confused. You just proved that you're just a moron to everyone in this life.
I'm a moron. Your entire friend group is lying and talking shit behind people's back. And you're like, no, I'm not. I'm gonna roll over my back and
Well,
let them just do
guys,
whatever they
if you're
want.
trying to get
You're
the
the idiot.
most
What I'm
This is
saying,
attention of
hilarious.
what's going on in
You're
this life,
sparking
dude.
go
you're
watch
If I'm the
sparking
the
idiot,
Ghost's
doubt.
if I'm the
video. Go
idiot, then
come
why are
watch
you
my
too
video.
scared to tell your friends, hey, that's kind of bad to talk bad behind people's backs?
I did. I've already told you
You
this
fucking
about 30
didn't.
minutes ago.
You did not. Ghost,
Yeah.
did anybody apologize to you for what they said about you?
No.
I literally apologize on their behalf.
You don't know. This is what I'm talking about.
That's the thing. You can
You don't
apologize on
have
their
to
behalf. You're
apologize
not
for
going out and
them.
pointing out their
Let
wrongdoing.
me speak. How can you apologize to someone that has you blocked?
How can they apologize to what's it called? Ghost? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, because he has them blocked.
Okay, so you can say, hey, guys, that's not cool. And then if they want to apologize, you say, hey, Ghost, they want to apologize. Let me, what's it called? Like, go and block them so that y'all can have a little like back and forth where y'all can just solve it out. Did you do that?
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
Yeah, it's exactly what you said. So is there proof?
Yeah, when the live ends, we can get the recording.
Ghost, did he ask you to unblock 10 so that he can apologize for that specific reason?
No, he said block.
You're lying.
He said a block 10 and tried to talk to him, do one trying to get the understanding why he said it.
Exactly.
But he should have just apologized. Just not put on me trying to get the understanding why him saying it. Just apologize. It's not that hard.
Has you blocked. How can you reach out to someone that has you blocked?
Let me see if I have 10 block. Hold on.
So you're saying that you did say that, Vulcan, right?
Look, I can unblock him right now if that's what you really want me to do.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, how can you expect someone to apologize if they have you blocked? Because you can't interact with that person. You can't reach out to them.
And you're saying that you did tell Ghost to unblock 10 so that he can apologize. That's what you're saying, right?
I said to Ghost, you know, if you felt hurt by this, you can unblock him and talk to him one-to-one and understand what the misunderstanding was.
And Ghost, is he telling the truth about you or him telling you to unblock 10 so that he can apologize?
That is not what I said.
That's not what you said.
Okay, no. What I said is if you feel some sort of way, you can unblock him and understand, and talk one-to-one privately instead of blocking him and then making a video on him.
But when I'm asking you, did you tell 10 to like apologize to Ghost?
This is a major tracking issue, all right?
I want to make sure. I want to make sure you're saying it because also you're like, I can't hear you.
Okay, 10 can't apologize to Ghost because.
But okay, I don't care if he can't apologize or not.
You know what? I just unblocked him. Invite him. I just unblocked him.
Did you tell 10 to what's it called?
He's gonna be awake, but sure.
Did you tell 10 to apologize to Ghost?
Yo, wouldn't it be kind of trivial to ask someone to apologize?
I don't give a damn whether you like, oh my god, is it trivial or not? Did you tell 10 and then like, oh, 10's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go apologize. Let me go talk to Ghost so that he can unblock you so that y'all can have this discussion. Did that happen?
He can't. Ghost hasn't.
Then have the conversation with them so you can build up to that point. The problem is that you're not even willing to do the work. You're saying like, oh, Ghost, unblock him so y'all can have a conversation, but you're not even telling 10, hey, what you're doing is wrong. Go apologize. You don't understand how dumb that is.
Oh my days. You cannot interact or reach out to someone that has you blocked.
Oh, that's what I'm telling you. You tell Ghost. I'm gonna tell Ghost. You tell 10. Hey, you should go apologize. Are you willing to make a effort to go apologize to this person? And then if 10 said yes, great. Then you go to Ghost and say, hey, unblock him. But did you do that?
I said to Ghost. Look,
you didn't do that. Okay, so you didn't do that. Great.
Yes, I'm not gonna tell someone to apologize to someone that hasn't blocked because they can't.
You take. Oh my god! I think you want to talk about.
No, you're not getting the reason. You go and talk to the person and say that's wrong, and you can go and tell the person that has him blocked to unblock him so he can apologize to you.
Look,
that's what he's trying to say.
I told you. If you felt some sort of way, you can unblock
him. Look, you're
privately.
the one who has a friend, and you're the one who's talking for him.
Yes, you're the one talking for him, and you're saying like, "Oh my God, if you have a problem with him, hey, how about you go and block him so you can talk about it?" You're not going to 10 and saying, "Hey, if you want, this is pretty messed up what you said. You should go apologize." You didn't say that, and that's why you're trying to avoid answering that because you know you didn't say that.
Yeah, the point is, I'm not going to tell someone. It's like.
So yet again, you're just rolling over on your stomach or on your back, showing your stomach because you're too scared to go confront 10 and say, "Hey, that's a bad thing to do." You're too much of a yes man to realize that your actions are bad. You're too bad of a friend to realize that, hey, you got to criticize your friends when they're doing something wrong, and you're not doing that, are you?
Blatant lie. If you understand, I call out 10 all the time when it comes to his rhetoric.
So then why didn't you do that here?
Because he has him blocked.
Oh my God! You should have been to like if that was me. Let's say I was in your situation, me and your roles are reversed, right? Let's say that I would have went to my friend and said, "Hey, you should probably like that's not cool. You should probably say sorry. Like, do you want me to talk to him so that y'all can unblock each other so that y'all can like talk it out?" You didn't do that. You're saying, "Oh well, because they were blocked, there was really no point in doing it. So I mean, just no point." Like,
well, yeah, because when I'm scrolling on my FYP and I see Yeats live and he's talking about the situation, I'm like, oh. Sorry, I'm going to hop up on panel and I'm going to be like, I'm just going to try and explain my side of the story. And then I'm going to explain, like, if he does feel this way about 10, then he can go and block him. This was just something on the whim. It's not something I could have pre-planned.
So, yet again, you're just... Okay, I know that y'all all probably were in a group chat when y'all saw my video about, what's it called? Y'all talking bad about Ghost. You're probably talking... Y'all are probably all awake. You didn't think to turn. You probably saw the entire video. You didn't think to turn to 10 and say, "Hey, that's pretty fucked up what you said about Ghost." You should probably say sorry. You didn't do that, right? Because we both know you didn't do that, right?
No, that's not. You know what? Okay, so Yeet at the start of this live said, sorry.
But you saw the video first. My video came up before the live.
Stop cutting me off.
You're trying to do like a giant circle around the actual question.
No,
did you? It's a simple yes or no. Did you do that?
I'm not going to keep on interacting.
Did you do that? Yes or no? I don't care. Like, let me do an entire story before I even get to the actual point. It's a simple yes or no. Did you do that? Did you tell 10 what he said about Ghost was wrong? Did he say that? Did you say that?
Okay, so I'm going to explain myself.
Okay, so no, you didn't say that.
Okay, yeah, cut me off constantly. This is so.
I mean, if you did,
go ahead.
Cut me off constantly.
Okay, before I let you talk, if it was a sure yes, you would have just said yes.
I'm not
up front.
interacting with
You
you.
would have been so confident to say yes, but you're not saying yes because you know you didn't do that. That's why you're about to do an entire story. Everybody, get ready. You're about to hear an entire story on why he didn't do it because, oh, well, this was in the way. And, oh, my God. No, talk, Vulcan, talk.
Okay. I have the floor now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, sure. I can't even remember what I was saying because he cut me off. I literally can't remember what I was going to say.
Ain't that convenient? You just all of a sudden
because you cut
forgot.
me off as soon as I was speaking.
So your point was, I asked you, did you tell 10 to say sorry? Did you go confront 10 about what he said about Ghost? Said, hey, that's not cool. You should apologize. Did you say that, yes or no? That was my question. And then you're like, well, let me do a little story time. That's your thing. If you want to do a story time, let's have a story time.
Okay, sure. So when I answer the question, you're not going to cut me off immediately, correct?
Do you see why I'm muted?
That doesn't answer my question.
I'm saying yes, I'm muted so that you can not cry and explain your story time because you love talking about stories. Go on.
Okay, sure. No, I did not say this. At the start of Yeats Live, he said, yes, I was glazing live. The thing that Ken said was, oh yeah, he was glazing. And that's just an isolated 10-second clip of a live that was probably 3 hours long. When I saw this live, okay, you are muted? I'm confused. Okay, when I saw this live, it was a complete whim. I requested it and I was like, oh, I'm just going to explain our side of the story because it looks bad when there's isolated 10-second clips. And I was like, if you really think this is what happened, you can unblock 10 and conversate with them, but you can't expect an apology for someone that you have blocked because they can't contact you. I'm done.
So basically, no, you didn't say that. Okay, so you're not going to admit to it either. You're not going to say, well, I didn't say it because you know that it makes you look bad. It makes you realize that, hey, you're kind of a yes man and you're not going to do anything to tell your friend, hey, that's bad. If your friend's about to go, I don't know, go 50 in a school zone, right? Let's say he's about to go 50 in a school zone. You can tell your friend, hey, don't do that. Oh, but you're too scared to say that because you're too much of a yes man. You're too much of a yes man to say, hey, like, don't do that. That's a bad thing. You're not going to criticize your friend. Oh, look, your friend's about to go out to a bar and cheat on his girlfriend. You're not going to turn around and tell him, hey, don't do that. That's not cool.
What on earth are these analogies?
These analogies are making you realize that, hey, your friend's doing bad things. You're too scared to say, hey, don't do that. That's a bad thing. You're too much of a yes man to realize that.
Stop. The first analogy you said in the entire discussion is like, what would you do if your friend R-worded someone? Do you think that's appropriate to say?
I mean, you're talking shit about somebody. I mean, maybe that's a little bit of a crazy analogy. I'll give you that. Let's do a better one. Let's say your friend's about to go to a bar and cheat on his girlfriend.
Look,
you're going to tell your friend.
If you want to see the whole reason, look, I played a video of him saying stuff. We're going to go a little bit.
There you go again lying, but that's not it.
Hold on.
Go to the part where I showed the part where they were talking crap behind your back, Ghost. Go to that part.
Your mic's muted.
Ghost, your mic's muted if you're talking. Just letting you know.
I know. I'm looking through it.
Purposely to start drama.
I'm going through it right now.
Asking the host to bring me up so that me and him can have. No, it's further in the video. Argue with him, and once you and comments go hard left, y'all were called out for trying to ruin the mood of the live. And a couple of minutes later, it's still further. It's way further. It's way further.
Things that Rex decided.
Excuse me. Kicks from the live and called down for starting
vividly to understand.
For example, Vulcan's.
Which minutes is it? Like,
I don't know the exact moment, but I know it's further in the video. It's after I basically said that they were done. It was after the part where I called him out for lying. It was after that part.
All right.
No, we're waiting for him to play the clip of him basically or what 10 not 10 sorry what Vulcan's friend said about Ghost. And the thing is, if y'all haven't been tracking or not tracking, if y'all haven't been here for the last like couple of minutes, basically, basically what happened. Hold on, mute that shit. Basically what had happened was that Vulcan's friends were talking bad about Ghost behind his back, and I'm telling like Vulcan, hey, like, or sorry, what was it? Vulcan was trying to tell him like, hey, like unblock each other so y'all can talk it out, and I'm saying like it's not about them unblocking each other. It's about you telling your friend 10 that what he did was wrong and telling him to like, hey, you should probably apologize because what you said isn't a good thing. Like, isn't like a what's it called, cool thing to do, talk crap behind somebody's back for no reason. And Vulcan is basically saying like, oh, well, like I couldn't do it because Ghost had 10 blocks. There's really no point in doing it. But the fact of the matter is that Vulcan isn't going over there and telling his friends, hey, that's not cool. You should apologize. And then at that point, like if 10 wants to apologize, then they could like Vulcan can discuss unblocking each other, so that they can like talk it out. But the thing is that Vulcan wants 10 to Vulcan wants Ghost to immediately unblock him without going to that conversation. It's not that live. It's the other one.
It's after this.
Yeah.
I think it's somewhere between after this.
Oh, what did Vulcan say? He said he did an entire story on why he didn't do it. And I was asking him, hey, so yes or no? And he was trying to do an entire story, and basically the end of it, no. But he didn't want to say no because he knows that it makes him look bad.
Let me go back.
Yeah, let's all watch this clip.
Let me go back a couple.
Y'all started to talk crap about Yeet Ghost behind his back for no reason.
Ryan, I see the money line. Yeet was gobbling so bad. Like that was like. Why was he was muting so because he was talking first before Ryan, bro. That was sweet. This guy said Rex and Ryan on the live, the goats. Get the thing out your mouth. He swore it was a Dick Lion, bro. Lion, bro. If you disrespect the lion, you'll have problems. This dude genuinely, like, he literally said, if anybody in a live disrespects King Lion, we're not accepting that type of shit. I'm like, wow. There's no way you said that. That is dicky. You can't take him for like saying that's a King Lion argument.
And yet again, they attack.
So, what do you guys say for that?
Yeah, at the start of this live, I said, yeah, that was bad. And yeah, you should probably interact unblock them so get the justification.
I think
your
this is what I think.
Yo, flip the camera, bro.
Nah. You want me what? You want to see it again?
They say flip the camera because your face was showing, that's why.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Basically, what Vulcan's trying to say is that, like, Ghost, you should have unblocked him so y'all can talk it out. Vulcan isn't turning around and realizing that his own camp is doing bad things, talking crap behind people's back for no reason. Vulcan's not going and saying, hey, guys, that's not cool. Let's not do that. If you were truly a good friend and not just a yes man, you tell your friends, hey, that's not cool. Let's not do that. There's plenty of times where I've told my friends, hey, let's not be an a-hole to that person. They're probably just working their job. Let's be nice, I mean, there's things like that. You got to be realized, hey, like, we're not perfect. You're not perfect. We're all three of us, everybody in this live watching, we're all not perfect. What you have to realize as a friend is that you can go to your friend and tell him, hey, what you just did, not cool. You should probably apologize. The thing is, and when I asked Vulcan, did he do that? He's like, well, there really was no point in doing it because Ghost had him blocked.
Yeah, but again, you keep on cutting me off.
Oh, yeah, there's no point in doing it. Friends like me telling 10 to go apologize. There's no point in doing it. If you're a good friend, you'd probably tell your friend, hey, that's probably not a cool thing to do. You should probably go tell him, hey, sorry.
Oh, wait, Rex, did you talk to HR3 about the whole situation?
Oh, no, I told like if that was true about the whole slur things, I heard like them on the slurs like coming from his mouth on the live. Hey, I stopped that. I don't associate with him. I'm not associating with him anymore.
So you didn't speak to him about that, no?
No, I made a public video, posted it on my story. Perb Weezy, who's also friends with him, posted it on his story. I just associated with him. I'm not friends with him. I don't talk to him anymore.
You're still associated with him.
And also the thing is, it's not like the difference between me and HR3 and you and 10 is that you and 10 talk consistently. The last time I talked to HR3 was probably like in August, maybe September. That was like probably the last time that I talked to him.
Yo, and you're still associated with Perb as well.
What did you say that again?
Still associated with Perb as well.
Yeah, but I mean, what's Perb have to do with this exactly?
Sure, I'm sure Give me like a day. I can find something crazy that he said.
Oh yeah, I gotta dig up dirt on him. I gotta find something bad. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
Like,
because there is. You know, when you're spugging out on someone, telling them to pull up on your address, and you're gonna, you know,
who did
whip
the
out a
HR3
pole.
did that?
No.
Herb?
Yes, I spoke to someone.
I didn't know about that, but hey, if that's true, yeah, I think that's not a good thing to do. That's childish. I will admit, hey, I can go tell my friend, hey, you probably don't say that. It's not cool. But the difference is that I can actually say it. I have the balls and the guts to do it. You don't. You'll just roll over on your stomach and say,
Genuinely.
"Oh my god, like what you did was not wrong. You should actually in Ghost isn't the wrong. He should go and block you for actually blocking you. That's what you're doing. I'm just saying.
You don't interact with 10 lives enough to think that I don't correct 10 all the time, because I do. I think sometimes.
Okay, so then why when you saw the video, you didn't turn around and tell 10, hey, that's not cool. You didn't do that. If I would have, like the whole thing with Perp Weezy, if you're saying like, oh, he wanted to fight somebody in real life, I never heard about, this is my first time hearing about that. And if that is true, I can admit and tell them, hey, that's not cool. Let's not do that. Let's be more calm. Let's be more cool about it. I could do that. But yet again, you can't.
Okay, yeah. Just again, you don't interact with me enough to think that. But what I was
No,
saying,
I mean, you kind of admitted to it, so.
Okay, so
Okay.
you keep on cutting me off. But okay, so Yeet's video was posted maybe 13 minutes before I hopped on this live. I sent it to 10. 10 didn't respond. I don't think he saw it. So if someone didn't see the video and this person also has them blocked, is there any point in me telling this person to go apologize to someone that can't interact with them?
I mean, yeah, you should. Maybe if you don't, even if you don't apologize, tell them like, "Hey, go apologize." You could probably tell them like, "Hey, do you see what the wrong you're doing?" And I know damn well both of y'all saw that video. You were commenting under it, and 10 saved my post. So I know y'all both saw my video. It isn't about. I don't think he saw it. No, y'all both saw my video, so we're not gonna play that game.
You were saying that in terms of Yeet's video. 10 can't even comment on Yeet's video because he hasn't blocked.
Yeah, but I'm saying regardless of you telling 10 to go apologize whether he can or not, you should at least be a good friend and tell him, hey, what you said, not cool. Let's not do that again. But you didn't do that. You didn't do that, did you?
Interact with me enough to realize that I do this.
So you didn't do it. You're not gonna say yes. If he's not saying yes when it's a clear yes and no question, he clearly didn't do that.
Obviously, that's called a false dichotomy.
I mean, that if you're so confident about it, you would easily be able to say yes and get me to be quiet. But you know the fact of the matter that you didn't do it.
Okay, but I also spoke to someone earlier today at 9 p.m. It was called Gauntlet, and he was telling me an old interaction that you had with.
Oh yeah, I know. I don't justify those things. I do better. I know who Gauntlet is. I don't like Gauntlet. I hate him with my entire soul. That's why I don't interact with him. I changed as a person. I've grown. Something that you can't do. You can't grow. You'll just roll over on your stomach and say, "Oh, what you did in that video." Nah, actually, tell Ghost to go unblock. We're to get Ghost to unblock you because you don't have nothing to do. I know what I did. I can admit to what I did was wrong. I know that. I know that.
Okay.
You can't do that shit.
Okay. So you didn't tell Gauntlet that he was an autist?
No, I did. I did say that. I will admit to it. I did say that, and I do apologize. And I think that I have grown as a person to not say those things. Yet again, you haven't. That's the thing. That's the thing you're not understanding is being able to take accountability for your actions, and even your friends' actions. You're not able to do that. You're just being like, oh well, that sucks. Like I think Ghost should unblock him. You're not realizing the problem within your group. When I can even realize, I can realize the problems within my group and within myself, and I can improve those things. You're not doing that, and that's the problem you're having. You're not realizing that. Hey, if what 10 said was bad, you should have a friend say, "Hey, that's not cool. Let's not talk behind people's back." You're not going around saying that. You're telling Ghost to unblock him so that y'all can have that conversation, or they can have that conversation. You're not shaming 10 for what he said.
Have you really grown as a person? Because
I have.
The thing that you did when you came on this panel was call me a bitch.
No, you still are a bitch.
Father figure, and you said I was obsessed with men. So have you
I think I've grown. I think I have grown. I think what I was saying back then was pretty fucked up. I don't think what I said now is fucked up.
You don't?
Yeah, no, you kind of are a bitch if you're not telling your friend what they're doing is wrong. That's kind of a bitch move.
Like I said, you don't interact with me enough to make that.
Oh, hold on. Ghost, don't bring up people. It's just between me and Vulcan. Like, you should drop those people down. Like, we don't need more people up here. No, I know. Like, I'm not trying to be a jerk, but like, it's between me and Vulcan right now. Trying to keep it that way. Okay. After we leave, y'all can come up here. I just want to keep it between me and Vulcan.
So
I have no problem with that. Don't worry.
Do you really think you've grown as a person?
I have.
The first thing that you do is come to insult me.
If I see a bitch and I call out a bitch, and if it is a bitch, then it is a bitch.
Yeah, and like I said,
if I see a hoe and they're acting like a hoe, then they're a hoe, and I call that out. So I mean, a bitch is a
Like I
bitch,
said,
a hoe's a hoe. So I mean,
yeah, like I said, you clearly haven't interacted with me
oh,
enough to make that
did Rex
person.
tell HR3 to say sorry for the LGBTQ people? No, I just disassociated with HR3 because one, I
Mm,
barely even talked to him, and then I also just disassociated with them because like, hey, I don't defend that. That's not cool. The difference is that Vulcan consistently talks to 10. I can guarantee you, I would delete my account if 10 and Vulcan didn't talk today. That's how confident I am that they talk on a consistent basis like that.
of course we
That's how
talked today.
confident.
Actually, did we talk today? Considering it's 7 in the morning for
Oh,
me.
now you're gonna play
No, I
that
don't
game.
think we have.
Oh,
No, I
technically,
don't think we have.
you know what I mean. Within the last 24 hours.
You said today, so
Let's
it's
play
7 in the morning for me.
24
I haven't
hours.
even
You're
played
like, oh, well, technically, buddy. No, it's really 24 hours. We both know in the last 24 hours you talked
nice
to him.
backtracking.
I haven't talked to
Nice
HR3
backtracking.
in months.
Nice backtracking. But sure.
No, I know
Still,
Vulcan hasn't insulted me, by the way. I have never accused them of being the aggressors. I have never accused anybody. If you go look at all my videos, I have been the aggressor. I noticed that. I'm not gonna hide and say, well, what about this? I'm not gonna do an entire story. No, I don't give a fuck. I can admit what I'm doing is wrong. Vulcan can't. And I know, yet again, I said this at the very beginning of the live that I can go and have civil conversation with everybody else. The problem is with you, Vulcan, or Vulcan 10 and Comics Go Hard. Y'all talk shit behind people's back. Y'all are crappy. Y'all spread lies. Y'all spread misinformation. And then you're like, well, there's a great thing. We're not 10. Comics Go Hard made in the video responding to me. He said, "Oh, well, you have no proof of that. So like, you're lying." And I'm like, well, then if there's no proof, you could easily show the proof on your side to debunk me. This entire video was saying like, you have no proof, but he wasn't even debunking any of the points. Like, for example, with the Ghostwriter thing, he said, oh, there's nothing indicating that that Hulk didn't want to fight. He didn't prove why there's nothing indicating that. He just said that. Even when he came to the claims, or when I basically called out the fact that Comics Go Hard went at King Lion, he didn't say like, oh, well, that's not true. Here's why, and shows the evidence. He doesn't say that. You see the point? I'm actually admitting to what I'm wrong and showing the evidence. Vulcan is not admitting to that he's wrong and saying like, well, let me do an entire story on why.
Okay, the first thing I said in my story, which apparently you didn't track, is I said, no, I didn't. And first of all, are you talking about comics now? Not talking behind his back? Quick question.
No, I'm giving an example. I mean, if I was talking behind his back, I'd be saying like, oh, let me go on a whole different live and then like talk crap about Comics Go Hard behind his back. I'm giving an example. I'm not saying like, oh, what a dummy. Well, what a jerk. I'm not doing like what y'all were doing with Ghost.
Ghost, I think you should unblock comics and let him explain his side of the story as well.
Bond, Vulcan, you do realize that the problem
I just got into a comics last night, so I'm not blocking, bro. I'm not unblocking him, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
what happened yesterday?
The thing is, Ghost, is he's trying to bring more people up because he realizes that what he did is bad.
Like,
and he's admitting he knows it.
Yo, I already said no, I didn't. Clearly, you didn't track that because you haven't tracked anything.
But you didn't say tell what they call 10 to apologize.
This is the problem. How can I interact?
Because you fucking don't make a single story. I asked you for a yes and no, and you're like, well, let me go this entire side tangent instead of answering the question. Because I know if I answered the question with the no, which is the actual answer is no, then I'm gonna look bad. So let me do an entire side tangent. What are you saying that you didn't tell what's it called? That you said no to? What was that?
Repeat to me the first thing I said in my response to you. Repeat.
You said, well, first you said no after I kept telling you to say yes or no. Originally, like, so what happened? The final time where I finally let you talk, you were like, no. That's when you finally said yes and no from the beginning. I didn't care about any of your explanation on the story. I just wanted a simple yes and no, but you had to get your story time off.
So you see how that leads to some sort of false dichotomy where the only answer can be a yes or a no.
No, I don't care about your story. I just want a yes and no. Did you do that? I don't care about the reasoning. Did you do that? Yes or no? If that's all I cared about.
So you can't explain the context of something?
I mean, the context, whether it's there or not, it looks still pretty bad. Like, oh, well, like, because Ghost had him blocked, so I'm just going to say, like, there's no point in doing it. That looks really fucking bad on you. I don't know why you included that in part of the story. That's a fucking bad look. You're basically saying that you're not condemning your friend for what they did. You're saying, like, oh, well, there's really no point in doing it. Even if there is no point, you should have said, hey, what you did, not cool. You know what's another, actually, no, I'm not going to go to that, but still, that's not cool, and you're not saying that that's not cool to your friend. You're just saying, well, there's really no point in saying it because they have each other blocked. So what's the point?
But what you're failing to track is that I saw his video, I sent 10 the video, then I hopped on his live, and then I told him and explained to him. And then he was like, oh, something about 10. I was like, yo, if you want to speak to 10, you should probably unblock him so you can speak privately. If I can't reach out to 10 because he's not responding to my messages, how can I convey this message?
Okay, you're saying that about like you saw Ghost's video that he posted, right?
Yeah, I saw Ghost's
Okay,
video.
so and y'all both saw my
and then I
video,
hopped on
which
his
was
live.
posted much earlier than his, right?
It was posted maybe.
I just need a yes or no.
13.
Yes or no. Y'all both saw my video because it was posted much earlier than his, right?
Yeah, but it was only posted.
Okay, so
after
yes,
7
that's a
minutes.
yes. So you should have saw the entire video, saw where 10 was talking bad behind Ghost's back and said, hey, 10, that's not cool. When y'all were both awake, and I know damn well y'all were both awake because I have proof of 10 saving the what's it called, the post, and I know you saw it because you commented. So you should have said, hey, 10, that's not cool. You should have shot him a text there, but you didn't. You only waited to makes up some type of argument, some type of situation like, oh, well, I couldn't do this because of this and that. You had the opportunity there, but you didn't do it. And now you're like, well, this was actually the context. No, you're only doing that now because I'm confronting you about it.
How could you ever prove that I watched the full video? I saw when I was mentioned and I
you were talking about it. I mean, if you wanna be real, you probably watched the entire video. I know you're obsessed. That's okay.
7 minutes long. I'm not interacting.
I mean, if it's a 7-minute video going over you and your friend, I think you would probably watch it through and through.
No,
7 minutes. It was an hour after. Oh, it was an hour before Ghost posted his video. You had really nothing to waste, nothing to do. I think it's a pretty simple thing to watch a 7-minute video where it's talking about your friends and you as a person and how y'all are bad people. I think you should be able to watch that. But if you're okay with just bad things going on around you, then cool. Oh, you know what's another thing on how I know that you what's it called? Watch that scene. You know what's a great example on how I know? Because you posted on your story, oh, Rex is leaving out context on when I cussed out Loki, right? That's what you said. If you maybe went 30 seconds forward, you would have saw, not even 30 seconds, 15 seconds after that clip had ended, you would see me bringing up the clip of what Ghost said or what they said about Ghost. But of course, I think just coincidentally, right after that clip came up, you just said, no, I'm done with this video. Let me go make a post about it on my story.
Sure. So 4 minutes in is when you mentioned me. I then hopped off your video. I shot Loki.
Coincidentally, he hopped up to the video where I pointed out the part where they were talking about it behind Ghost's back. Coincidentally, guys.
This is something consistent with you. I hopped off 4 minutes after I shot Loki a message, and I was like, yo, I apologize for what I said. I shouldn't have said this. Am I all right to like mention you in this clip? And am I allowed to post this clip? And he said, and then he went, sure. And I was like, okay, thank you. And then I went up and chopped up the clip. And I sped up certain parts where you left out the context, and then I have that ready to post.
Is that it?
That's what I did. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say at the 4-minute mark where I said that thing, or the thing where like you were talking bad towards Loki, whatever, right? That's 4 minutes. Which you took that time to do, to talk to those people, to get the clip, to edit it, to cut it up, and to post it. That was not 3 minutes long. That was. You could have easily watched the next 3 minutes, but of course, coincidentally, you just got off the video. And also, matter of fact, you commented under the post. So I guess coincidentally, like you paused the video right before any of the bad stuff came out about what 10 said about Ghost.
I watched up until that part twice. And also, I watched that rec probably twice. The rec's 18 minutes long, so that would have been half an hour. The times match up to when I cut up the video, watched it twice, and then saw Ghost's video, and then hopped on his live.
Do you see how bad of an excuse this is that you had an entire?
It's not a bad excuse.
It is an excuse. It is an excuse. The reason is because you did all this other stuff. You coincidentally paused the video right before the stuff that 10 said about Ghost behind his back. You paused it coincidentally right there. Got off the post, but you still commented under my post. But then you went and talked to other people to get the clip, and then you just did all that other stuff. And then for an hour after, like before Ghost posted his video and before he went live, you still just didn't think about watching the rest of the 3-minute video where I'm talking about you and your friends and how they're bad people. I think that's a really bad argument. I can understand, like, oh, I don't know, I had a heart attack and had to go to the hospital. That would be more believable than what you just said.
No, okay, so sure. I literally have all of this document. Okay, so at 4 minutes or around that area when you mentioned me.
No, I already heard your story. It's just a really bad excuse.
No,
if you're going to make up an excuse, you got to have a good excuse.
Stop cutting me off, man. Like,
your excuse is pretty bad. I mean, I know you're doing this. Okay, no, I'll let you do your story time. Let's have a story time, guys. Let's all sit down, let's get some popcorn, let's listen, let's all be respectful, let's all mute ourselves, let's listen to a story.
Yo, if you cut me off one more time, I'll leave in panic. Okay. Yeah, so I watched the video, I got up to 4 minutes, then I saw the video. I messaged Lando on TikTok first. I was like, yo, can you send me the recording? I'll send you Nitro if you don't have it, so you can send me the full thing. I was like, no, I already have Nitro, but you're good. I'll send you the video. He then sends me the rec at 4:30. No, 4:50, sorry. The rec's 18 minutes long. I probably watched it twice or 3 times. I then went on CapCut, I sped up certain parts. I watched the video again. I cut up certain parts. And then I went back on TikTok and I saw Ghost posted. I watched Ghost video and then sent it to 10. 10 didn't interact back. So then I hopped on Yeats Live and tried to explain. And this is where we are now.
You done? You done talking? You
Yes,
done
I'm
talking? Okay, wait, you're done talking, right?
done.
Okay. So you see how like let me actually no, I'm not gonna jump to any conclusions because that's a horrible thing to do. How long did it take you to like get off, go talk to Average, get the clip, watch it multiple times, and then edit it? How long do you think that took?
I don't know. Well, I'll go on TikTok and I'll see when you
No, I don't
posted
care.
it.
Like I just give an estimate. I don't care about the exact time. What's the estimate?
What was the question again?
So how long did it take for you to go text Average Comic Stand, watch the video or have a back and forth to get the clip, watch the video multiple times or how many times you ever watched it, which that clip is an 18-minute clip, by the way, guys, it's 18 minutes. Then you chop it up, you cut it up in CapCut, you do all these editing skills. How long do you think that took to do?
Probably like just over an hour.
Okay, so over an hour, right? And so you saw my 7-minute video. You coincidentally watched up to the part right before it got to the part where 10 was talking bad behind Ghost's back about him for no reason. Then you got to that part, but for some reason that just didn't like. You coincidentally stopped watching the video, but then you had the ability to comment what you said about the part where I talked about you with the whole Loki clip. You had the ability to text that part in, right? And then you basically did the editing thing instead of actually watching the rest of the video. And then had how many other extra time after to like go back and rewatch the video. But then you saw that Ghost made a video, and then Ghost, when you made that video, you didn't immediately go live, right?
It probably would have 30 minutes
No.
maybe.
Exactly. So
I
that
had like waited a couple minutes.
so I mean, you had that
Then I
time to go
went
watch the
live.
second half of the video. You see why coincidentally you could pause the video right before the negative information came out about your friend, but you coincidentally paused it, commented, and then went on an hour-long thing of doing the editing thing, and then you went, what's it called? After you're done with doing that, you posted it, and then you had extra time to like do whatever because Ghost hadn't gone live yet. But then you decided just not to go watch the video and finish the video, which is 3 minutes left in the video. That makes sense to you?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a Ghost. Do you believe that's actually what happened?
No.
I mean, that
Well,
Vulcan, if you're gonna make an
you
excuse,
think what you want.
that sounds like an ass excuse. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You might think it's ass.
And
It's not.
how like what was that? Like you said, like 6 a.m. for you right now. That had to
It's
be like
now.
or
It's
7
now.
a.m. wherever it was. I
It's
mean, you're really not really doing much outside of that time. So I mean,
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. You can't ask me a question and cut me off like one more time and go.
it was a simple yes. Like I don't need you to do an entire tangent. I just need you to say a number. But that was more of a rhetorical question to be fair. So I'm more like, hey, like what time was it? Like you was 6? I don't know. Around that time, that was kind of a rhetorical question. If I kept talking, but yeah.
Well, okay, yeah, sure. I messaged Mikey at 5:20. I sent him the video and I was like, not gonna lie, I shouldn't have said this to you, but now I have the rec. Can I use you constantly calling my ass and Average and not tracking my argument to prove that this just wasn't unprovoked? If you don't want to, I won't post it. He responds with 3 question marks, huh? And I go, it's 4 minutes in. And he goes, sure, bro, I really don't care, but I don't want my name dragged in some low tier beef.
Okay, so what you said with Loki, was that on a call?
No, it was TikTok DM.
So do you
So I
have
have a
to,
time
can you
slot.
like, well, probably can take a screenshot because it'll X you out. That doesn't look very good because I mean, if that's true, great, but like it still doesn't disregard the fact that you didn't watch 3 minutes out of like what an hour or two before, like maybe not 2 hours. I think like an hour and a half, if that at most. There it is. I can't see that. Zoom in. No, like Ghost, make him big screen.
Oh, hold on, I got you.
Shana said, okay, good. You did say that. And I'm guessing that's like, yet again, it's still like an hour and a half. Good that you took responsibility for that. But yet again, you still coincidentally, didn't watch a 3-minute video in an hour 30 minutes of time that you had, right?
Yes, bro. Because I saw the
Coincidentally,
part where I was named, and I was like, yeah. So then I asked Average. I said, okay, sure. This is why I said Average. I said, if you want to give him the record and clip it to make me look bad, sure. But at least let me get the full debate. I will send you Nitro, so you should be able to send me the full clip. Please and thank you. He says, I have Nitro, and I'll send you the full clip. I said, appreciate it. That was at 5.
that it?
Then
Oh,
he
okay,
says, this is the full recording of you in the live, start to finish. I reply, thanks. So let me see when Ghost posted, just to make sure.
So, yet again, while he does that, guys, do y'all realize how coincidentally when
I posted 1 hour ago.
Yeah,
before
coincidentally, you go first.
I posted 1 hour ago. Then Rex posted 3 hours ago. So yeah.
So 3 hours ago. And I know you probably saw that within just give I don't think it was the first 10, 20 minutes. I don't think you're that obsessed. I think it was maybe 30 minutes. It was less than an hour. So less than an hour, you watched it. So then that gives you what you
Okay, so
was the time frame.
Ghost posted an hour ago, correct?
Okay.
So this would be let's just say mid-ball. It's gonna be 6:30 in the morning for me. Okay. So let's say at 5:30, I've watched the rec once, and I go to Mikey, and I'm like, is it all right if I clip this up? And
okay, well, you already explained the story. I already know.
I'm just explaining the time frame for you.
Go back again. Do it again.
Yeah. So I then watched the video probably another 2 or 3 times. This video is pretty much 20 minutes long, as well as all the clipping and rewatching I'm doing within that. So we can say maybe that's going to take me an hour. That then takes me up to 6 or 10 past 6 or 20 past 6. Then let's say Yeet goes live at 6:30. It's a 10-minute gap. Then when I open up TikTok again, I see Yeet posts. Yeet's post is, let me see how long it is. It is 1 minute and 30 seconds long. I watched the full vid twice. I then send it to 10. 10 doesn't respond, and I'm like, oh, Yeet's on live. I'm gonna hop on live, and I'm just gonna explain our side of the story. This is where we are.
Okay, so 3 hours ago I posted. 3 hours ago I posted, right? And then you watched maybe in the first 30 minutes, after the first 30 minutes you watched it, you saw up until the part where I talked about you which was at the 4-minute mark, and then after that clip was done, less than 15 seconds after I did the next clip where 10 was talking bad about Ghost, coincidentally, you stopped watching the video, but you had time to comment about what was said about you on that video. You did that, right? But coincidentally, you just didn't watch the next 3 minutes of the video, and then you spent all this other time doing this other stuff. You see why? Sorry. And then if I posted it 3 hours ago, and then what's his face? Ghost posted it an hour ago. That means that there was 2 hours between those posts. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here, heavily giving you the benefit of the doubt. For 2 hours, you didn't decide to go watch 3 more minutes of a clip where I was talking bad about you and your friends.
If I close off the app, it's gonna put me at the start of the video. So then I message after, I interact with everyone, yo, this is what happened. This is my perspective. Then I do all the
background. Even then, you're still gonna be able to hear it in the background, unless you actively go and just coincidentally yet again pause it right before the part where it's the bad things are being said about 10. The bad things that 10 are saying. Sorry.
Do you think it takes me over 5 minutes to type all what I typed?
No, but it doesn't take you at least I don't know 15 seconds to type that's that big of a thing that you typed. It wasn't one big thing. It was 2, I think, little paragraphs. I don't think that it takes 15 seconds, less than 15 seconds, sorry, to do that. I think it takes a lot more time than 15 seconds.
I typed them on 2 different watches of the video up until my name was brought back.
So I brought your video. I brought your name up. The part
you
where
typed this 3 hours ago.
No, so I brought your name up 3 times, right? Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think you commented about the time. Let me go check my PC. I'm fairly certain that you didn't comment about the part where
she commented 3 hours ago.
No, it's not about that. I want to see what he commented about.
Yeah, but I'm saying like once you swipe off the app,
Do you want me to
puts you
show
No,
back
I
to
don't
the
type
start.
off the app. I watch the full video before making a comment personally, especially if it's going to be a video about me in a negative context or about my friends in a negative context. So, I mean, yet again, I mean, if you're talking bad about your friend, I would want to watch the entire video so I can tell my friend, hey, this is fucking pretty bad.
I sent them the video. I'm sure they can watch it on their own accord.
I don't want to go too
I'm
toxic.
not here to babysit them.
Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here.
But when you swipe off the app, it puts you back at the beginning. So I type what I type, then I go off again, and then contact everyone, and then I got my video.
You can move you can move it back to the area where you were watching it at.
Yeah,
By
why-
just putting your
when
hand
you
on it
press
and
the
moving
comment
it
section, it
forward.
slides up. It slides up, and then you can start talking or start typing while the video is still playing. You typed out 2 paragraphs. I don't think that those 2 paragraphs took less than 15 seconds to write.
Okay, first of all, they're not paragraphs. Like, are you going to say
They
that
are.
comment right there is a paragraph? It's because of how
They look pretty
text is-
big. They don't look like 15 seconds of typing.
Okay.
Less than 15 seconds of typing.
Bro,
They look
genuinely,
a lot more than that.
one more time, and I'm leaving.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
Okay, but look, you see that comment there? It looks like a paragraph, but it's just how the text is formatted. If you type that out on like a Word document, it's probably going to be like probably 1 line or 2.
You done?
Yes, I'm good.
Okay, so basically, whether that's a paragraph or not, let's just say like I was hyperboleing it, right? Doing a giant hyperbole. Let's say that, right? Those things that you type doesn't take 15 seconds, and for the most part, you had commas, you had like what's called punctuation, you had commas, you like did like the uppercase, the lowercase stuff. You did 2 of those, by the way. I don't think that takes 15 seconds to type out all of that. Less than 15 seconds for some reason. You see why your excuse is pretty bad and pretty flawed. That coincidentally you just didn't see that part where you go tell 10, hey, like you can just admit that, hey, what you did, you saw the clip, you didn't tell 10, hey, that's not cool. You didn't tell 10. We both know you didn't tell 10 on that. The thing is, you're trying to make up a big story on why for like 3 hours you didn't watch the 3 minutes of the video to fully grasp what you were saying, what I was saying about your friend, but you decided to comment 2 messages below my post, but coincidentally didn't watch the 3 minutes after.
You're dead ass like shadowboxing like half the time, and if you think punctuation takes that long, then first of all, I don't know if it does it on your phone, but if I type something out, it automatically begins with a capital letter. If I
My
type-
Discord
if
does
I
not
do-
work.
No,
if I
it
type
starts with
full
a capital
stop-
letter. Don't get me wrong, it does.
Here's my
But I'm
Discord.
saying that when you do a period, what's it called? That's you gotta like that
I'll
will
type it
automatically
for
do
you
another
guys.
capital letter. But then you did commas, which that takes even more time. So
No.
and it wasn't just like you did period. You also did like question marks. You did other shit. So I mean, I'm telling you right now, even like on fucking like keyboard and mouse, even if you have like 130 words per minute type of deal, I don't think it's gonna take that quick. You have to have like the fastest typing speed in order to do that less than 15 seconds. And I don't think that
There's
you have
my,
like 200
Discord,
words per
guys.
minute.
This is you like having an error in tracking. But first of all, I'm gonna put this on a Word document. But if you think being punctual
Send me your
adds
Discord,
that
guys.
significant time, it's pretty confused.
I didn't. I'm
I
basically
just put it
saying
in the
that
chat for you guys.
you typed it out on your phone. What was that? What's that, Ghost?
Oh, that's just my Discord. Everyone said
Okay.
it on my Discord.
Basically, what I was saying was that that thing that you typed it on your phone, right? You typed it on your phone. Fairly certain that you did.
No.
Oh, so you typed it on your PC, which that means you had to actively go and pause the video and then type something out, and then coincidentally get off the freaking video
No.
that was talking bad about you and your friends, but you had the time to go comment. You see why
When
it
you-
looks like
when
a
you
really bad
close-
excuse?
When you close or swipe off the app, it puts the video back to normal. Like
But
back
you
to the
did.
start
You
of
typed
it.
it out on your computer, right?
Yeah, and then I close the app. I then Okay, no. So what I do is I watch the video the first time. I then message all the people I need to, and then I come off the app. So I come back on the app and then type out all of this. It puts me back at the beginning. That's not going to take me over 5 minutes. If you think that's going to take me over 5 minutes, I don't know who you think I am.
I never said it took you over 5 minutes. I said that
Exactly.
it didn't take
So-
you less
so
than
you're
15
shadowboxing.
seconds. I said it didn't take you like less than 15 seconds to do that.
Exactly. So this is you're shadowboxing.
No, but I'm saying is that let me do even more of a rough calculation of when I said about you saying bad things about that one dude, and then about what you said about Ghost. Let's go look at it.
What I'm saying is
clip. Hold on, give me a second. Right there. Well,
So I just copied and pasted everything.
419, right? And then 419 in less than 10 seconds. It's like, okay, 419 to 4. Let me do the math again. Let me do the math one more time. I'm gonna make sure I get the math exactly right so I don't, butcher this. 19. Okay, it was at 419. The next clip of when 10 was talking bad about Ghost behind his back was at 428. That's less than 10 seconds. You're telling me that you typed out those two giant messages with punctuation
You're shadow
and commas.
boxing.
No, I'm not. You see how dumb that sounds?
No,
You had to.
you're dead ass not tracking anything.
No, I am
saying.
tracking. Your argument sounds stupid. You apparently typed out those two messages in less than 10 seconds.
You are not tracking. Repeat to me what I said to you 5 minutes prior, please. And if you don't, I'm leaving.
That you typed out that message, but you didn't watch the rest of the video. That's what you said.
No, okay, you're not tracking. Like, I'm actually disengaging because that is not what I said.
I feel like whatever you said still doesn't make any sense.
Ghost can end the live and we can watch the rec together, or when we get it later. I'm not interacting with you because you failed to track everything I've said this entire time.
No, your argument is just kind of ass. For 3 hours, you could have watched a 3-minute clip and you decided not to. I'm just saying, that sounds like pretty stupid.
You cut me off constantly. You constantly are calling me a bitch. You're saying I'm obsessed with
you.
You
are
say
bitch.
I have no father. You're saying all of this crazy stuff. Yeah,
technically I didn't say like you didn't have a father. I just kind of grouped you in with that. It was more like 10 because 10's the one primarily begging for attention. I think like you're kind of like there, like, yeah, you go 10, go. I'm never gonna correct you on anything that you do that's wrong. But that's kind of what you were doing. You're kind of like a cheerleader.
Okay, so
same thing with Comments Go Hard. But yeah, mainly 10 was the one that was begging me for attention.
You admitted to spurging out on that guy to me earlier.
I did, and I actually admitted to improving myself, something that you can never do.
Stop cutting me off. You then said you said you shut up. Genuinely.
Oh. You apologize for that, man.
You said you then grown as a person. You said you're grown as a person. The first thing you do to me when you come up on live, you call me a bitch. You say I'm obsessed with men. You say I have no father. Does that show a growth in character?
No, yeah, it does. If Gauntlet actually told you what happened in that clip of what I said, what I said was pretty fucked up. What I said to Ghost, what I said to Gauntlet, it was pretty fucked up. Me calling you a bitch isn't me calling you a bitch just to be like an asshole. If I see a bitch, I'm gonna call out a bitch. If I see a hoe, I'm gonna call out a hoe. If I see a freaking farmer, I'm gonna call out a farmer. If you're gonna act like a bitch and not tell your friend, hey, what you did is pretty bad, don't do that, that's not cool. But you're not gonna do that. You didn't do that, which is a bitch thing to do. Because you're saying that you did.
You don't interact with me enough to say this assertion. You can't make this. This is just a baseless game.
I don't have to interact with you.
I correct. Then you see how stupid that is.
No, I don't have to interact with you because you fucking admitted to it.
I admitted to it? No, you didn't. This is why you can't track anything I'm saying. I said, you don't interact with me enough to say that I don't correct 10. I correct 10 all the time. There's literally a rec on Average's live of me correcting 10, King Lion calling me out by name, calling 10 out by name and saying, yo, you don't need to do that. He's a moron or something like that. And he said, I might have to unblock you. This is a verbatim thing of someone that you're affiliated with calling me out by name, correcting someone that I'm friends with.
Cool. Yeah. You did it at that time, but you coincidentally didn't watch a 3-minute clip in 3 hours, but you had time to comment, multiple comments, and then for some reason didn't have the time to watch 3 minutes. Tell your friend, hey, what you did is pretty fucked up. But of course, you just coincidentally saw a video where I was slandering you and your friends, and you didn't think to watch I could have said the most diabolical thing in that last 3 minutes. You still wouldn't. I could have called you the worst thing ever, and you still wouldn't know what I had said in those last 3 minutes.
Okay, I'm going to repeat myself one last time.
No, I'm saying that your logic makes no sense.
Okay, I'll show you what someone else just texted me. Batch just texted me something. Hold on.
No, I'm just saying that, Vulcan, your argument makes no sense at all. I heard what you said. It makes no sense.
But stop cutting me off. Look, if I send 10 the video, he doesn't interact with it, he's not seen it, because it says seen and sent, what am I supposed to say?
Which video? My video or Ghost's video?
If
Wait, why are you showing us this Ghost?
This is Bats.
This is Bats.
Yeah, that was like right now. That wasn't like when the video first came out?
I don't know.
I blocked it, Bats, because that nigga's being weird.
Yeah, I don't like the thing, and also to one more thing, like Vulcan, your logic makes no sense. It's just like, well, I perfectly timed it up where within 10 seconds I stopped the video and didn't think to watch the rest of the video where they're talking bad about me and my friends, you coincidentally just watched 3 minutes. Do you see how dumb that sounds? You probably don't, but that's
It might sound dumb to you,
I'm beating
but
the
when I've
dead horse.
explained it
The
already,
problem is
I've
when
explained
people are
it
saying like, "Oh, why don't you
all my
apologize?" The
days.
problem is that me
You
and
keep on
10,
asking me stuff.
Vulcan, Common Go Hard, we're never gonna see eye to eye ever. What I'm basically here is trying to point out the fact that what Vulcan or not what Vulcan did, but what his friends did is bad. Vulcan doesn't have the balls to go tell his friends, "Hey, what you did is pretty bad."
How many times throughout this conversation have I said
You can
I
say
corrected
that,
all
but the
the
fucking
time?
truth of the matter
Oh
is,
my
for
days.
3 hours, you didn't watch a 3-minute clip that made your friend look bad, and you coincidentally didn't watch it and tell your friend, "Hey, go, what's it called? Say sorry to Ghost." But instead, what you decided to do, go
This
tell Ghost,
is
"Hey,
so
unblock
circular.
him so y'all can have a conversation." You never fucking talked to 10,
This is so
and why you
circular.
also said
I
no.
did talk to 10.
You didn't
I
talk to
tried
10
to talk to
about
10
this
because he didn't
when the video
see
had
it.
first came
He
out.
didn't
You
respond.
apparently waited right to the part where Ghost made his video.
Yeah,
You see how
I'm
dumb
not
that
gonna
sounds?
lie.
Because it was
I'm not
2
gonna lie.
hours between my video and Ghost's video. For 3 hours, you didn't decide to watch a 3-minute clip. That's 120 minutes. Divide or subtract that by 3. That's 117 minutes. 117 minutes of
And I gave
all of the time.
you a perfect timeline of everything that happened. Your rebuttal to that was
Yeah,
just saying that
your
it's
timeline is
stupid.
fucking
This is
stupid.
He's not shutting me off. You
Out of
keep on asking
120 minutes,
questions,
that's
and then
pretty
monologuing
stupid.
after. This is a massive issue.
Look,
that you have.
I've seen
You
people
can't ask me
lie,
something.
and I've seen a
You
lot of good
can't ask
lies.
me
You know what I
something
mean? That's
and
not a
then cut
good
me off.
lie.
Yo,
That's not a good
you
lie
can't-
whatsoever.
You
And the
cannot.
main reason I
my
came up
days,
with the
let
lie
me
in the
speak,
first place,
moron.
because you were trying to kind of in a sense, kind of try to oh, well, we did bad things, but look what they did. You weren't you weren't admitting to the wrong things that you and your friends did. You were just pointing out
Yes,
well,
I
they did
did.
this, they said that, they said that. You never admitted to what you did was wrong. You never did that shit. And if you want to play that game, I recorded that shit. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is that you're look at them, look at them. You're trying to make
Guess
it seem
what I
like, oh, we're
recorded?
only the bad guys. We're doing
Look,
hypocrisy
there's
things,
all
but
my
you're not
days.
able to admit what
Stop
you did is wrong.
monologuing and let
Then
me
you
speak.
confronted me about the whole thing I did with Gauntlet. I admitted that I was wrong. You can't do that, and that's the point that I'm trying to make. You can't point out the fact that you're wrong.
All my days. Look. Now there's more people in here. The first thing you did when you came up on panel, you called me a bitch. You said I was
Oh,
obsessed
but
with
yeah,
it.
I did call you a bitch. And do you want to know why
So
I
have
thought
you
you
really
improved
grown
as
as
a
a person?
person? Because what I said to Gauntlet was 10 times more fucked up than me calling you a bitch. And yet again, I said it before and I'll say it again. If I see a bitch, I'm going to call it a bitch.
Yo, and this is what I'm saying. You failed to track everything that I said. You cut me off constantly. And you speak over. You keep on monologuing, but you never let me address anything that you say. You'll ask me a question and then keep on speaking. Do you see how it doesn't make sense?
Well, I asked you a yes or no question. Did you say yes or no, or did you go on an entire monologue?
I said no. The first thing I
No,
said
you
was no,
fucking
and then I
didn't.
explained it. Yo, we can
You
get the
did
wreck.
it. You
I can
said,
bet my
so
life
what
on it.
happened was... That's what you said. You never said yes or no.
Oh
You
my
only said
days.
yes and no
This is the
once
thing,
I
look.
had muted
You
myself
can't
to give you
argue.
the permission
You
to
can't
sleep
argue
or
because
to
you don't
speak.
understand how things function. Look, you've been going circular this whole night. You've been bringing up red herrings. You used an analogy of grape.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad analogy, but if I say oh, your friend's gonna go over there and cheat on his girlfriend, you're not gonna go over there and tell him hey, don't do that. That's pretty fucked up.
Days. You said, what would you do if your friend?
No, I know it's a pretty fucked up analogy. I can admit that. Hey, that's kind of fucked up. That's kind of crazy one. Let's do a more realistic one where he cheats on his girlfriend.
That is still not viable to what happened.
I mean, it kind of is. You're seeing that your friend's doing bad actions with cheating on his girlfriend. That's the same thing as seeing your friend do bad actions and talking shit behind somebody's back for no reason.
Yo, anything to do. Okay, you brought up a schmurder analogy, a grape analogy, and a cheating.
Yeah, I realized that was a fucking bad analogy, and I gave a better one, a more realistic one.
You see?
Well, what's happening? Vulcan's not admitting to the fact that what he did was wrong, or what his friends did was wrong, and he's trying to make an entire argument oh, well, I didn't watch a 3-minute clip in 2 hours. I coincidentally didn't do that when the video was slandering me and my friends. I didn't choose to do that. Instead, I decided to do everything else in the world besides watching a 3-minute clip of when my friends were being slandered. Matter of fact.
Yeah, I'm back. What just happened? Hold on, everyone. Hold on, everyone. I'm back.
Video. And then type out what happened.
Hold on.
So then, and then I clip those things. I watched the video about 3 or 4 times. The video is 18 minutes long. So you see how this timeline starts to add up, and that you can't attack that. So you're just spurging and saying nothing. You're just saying, "Oh, that's stupid. That's stupid."
My bad, guys.
See how that
No,
doesn't attack my argument?
It's just like coincidentally you just stopped watching the video after I said the thing about
My
you.
bad,
You
guys.
didn't watch the next 3 minutes videos of. Then again, I could have said the most diabolical things about you, but in that 3 minutes, you still don't know because you didn't apparently watch that next
Did
3
you
minutes
change
video.
your profile picture?
Yeah. I stopped watching. I stopped watching after you mentioned it.
Good, doesn't.
I then addressed those people that were used in that segment. For example, Average is watching right now. Mikey was in here earlier. I then contacted them. Then I did all of this, and I put it down. This probably took me like
No,
an hour and a
I
half.
agree that you probably talk. I'm not saying that you didn't text Average. I'm never saying that at all. I'm just saying
I showed
that
you both
coincidentally
the
you had the time to text or not text to comment under my post, but you didn't have the time to watch the next 3 minutes video. The thing is, you're trying to do everything but admitting to the fact that you didn't tell 10. Hey, what you said about comments, or not comment card, but what you said about Goat is pretty fucked up. You should like realize that, or at the very least realize that. Not apologize, just realize that. But instead, you didn't do that. What you did, you gone live, told Ghost, hey, unblock him so y'all can have a conversation. You never fucking admitted to the fact that you didn't tell 10 any of that. You decided to say like, oh, well, it was Ghost's problem. God damn, that's loud. Hold up. Damn, that is loud.
Okay, I'm gonna repeat.
No, I heard what you're saying.
No, I'm gonna say this because you failed to
all.
track it. Okay, I'm gonna say this again because you failed to track it, and I want you to repeat what I say. Okay. Okay. So after all this was done, so I'm gonna say around 6 o'clock, or probably like 20 past 6. Bearing in mind, Yeats goes live at about, I want to say 6:30 for me. This is all for me, by the way. Then, what was it? I watched his video twice. His video is 1.5 minutes long. That's 3 minutes in total. I send the video to 10. I send the video to Comics. I send the video to Bats. Okay? The only one that responded to me back, well, no, none of them really responded directly. Bats said something in chat. And then obviously he's apologised now. So he's obviously realised what he's done was wrong. I haven't prompted him to do that. He's done that on his own accord. He's blocked from this live, so he can't even see that. 10 did not message me back, did not interact with me back. So how can am I going to keep on messaging someone that isn't seeing my messages? Am I going to message someone who has the other person blocked so they can't even interact with them? It does not make sense.
And making sure, you said that you started texting them after you saw Ghost's post, right?
Correct.
Okay, so you're telling me like 2 hours before that when I had made my post, let's subtract 30 minutes from that because you didn't watch it when the video first came out. You watched it like maybe 30 minutes after. You didn't decide to like, hey, let me go watch the next 3 minutes of the video for the next hour and 30 minutes. Now it's an hour and 30 minutes. I'm giving you a lot more lenient time. That's 127
Rex.
minutes that you would have. What's
I
up?
literally told you what I did with those hours.
Hold on, Vulcan. Rex, do you want me to let up Avenger, what's his name?
Average
yeah.
content? I mean, you can bring him up. I don't think, I'm not ever saying that, like, hey, you never texted him. I'm saying that your timeline seems pretty stupid if you didn't watch a 7-minute video of me slandering you and your friend. Coincidentally, you had time to to type out a message under the post, 2 messages with punctuation and commas. You see how that doesn't make any sense? I'm pointing out the fact that you didn't want to tell your friend, hey, what you did wasn't cool. You could at least done that. You didn't have to tell your friend to go apologize. You could have at least said, hey, what you said, not cool. The matter of the fact is instead you go on the live and told Ghost, hey, go and block them so y'all can have a conversation.
That's what I did. So what I first do, me and Average.
Yeah, that's something you did. That's not. It's not as good as admitting that what your friends did was wrong. You didn't recognize that.
So what I first did, I swiped off when I saw Average's live, and I saw it was me involved, and I remember the context of it. So then I swiped off, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna message Average. Obviously, we're not mutuals, so like, I'm wondering if he's gonna see it. He responds. He accepts the message request. And like, I already explained you the dialogue between us. Then he sends it on Discord, and I watch the video. Then I watch the video multiple times again. It was 18 minutes long. You see how the timeline isn't ridiculous?
No, so at what point did you comment that the 2 messages in my post?
I don't know because it's vague. It just
Oh,
says like
coincidentally,
hours.
guys, he coincidentally
Yes, of
forgets the most
course.
important part of typing out 2 messages under my post. But instead of watching a 3-minute clip where I'm slandering him and his friends, coincidentally, that
Just my friends, not me, by the way.
No, I don't like. The only rebuttal I have to this is that your argument makes no sense. You're saying like,
Oh,
well, like
so
let
an
me instead of
argument from
admitting the fact that I
ignorance.
didn't tell my
Well
friends that what
done.
they did was wrong,
This is so
let me
bad
matter of fact make up a
optically for you.
story that doesn't really make sense because I had time to comment under a post where they're slandering me and my friends, but not watch
This
the
is
entire
terrible
post.
for you. Like you look
It's
optically,
terrible
you
for
look
me. You're
horrible.
admitting that you're not telling your friends, hey, what you said, or you're admitting that what you're saying is basically you're telling Ghost, hey, unblock them so y'all can have a conversation. You never went to 10 and told him,
Okay.
hey, what you said about Ghost, that's pretty fucked up. You could at the bare minimum said that, but you didn't. And what I wanted you to do is say, hey, 10, go apologize.
Okay, so now that Average is here, we can get someone else's perspective. Is Average here?
Yeah, but sure.
Okay,
I
Average.
have to
What do you
keep it down a
think?
little bit.
What do you think? Say, this person's got you blocked. And I'm like, and then I go on this person's live. I was like, yo, and he's talking about the situation that
Point of
happened.
the story makes me look good.
Oh my, yo, bro, shut up, please. I'm trying to listen to you keep on cutting me off, and it's really annoying. Okay, if I go on Yeats live and he's talking about the situation, I'm like, oh, if you really think that about 10, you should probably unblock him and speak to him privately. Do you think it's trivial for me to tell 10, who's not responding to my messages, to apologize to Ghosts, especially if he's not responding to me and this person has him blocked, so he can't even reach out to this person? What do you think?
Wait, are you telling him to apologize?
No, okay, I'm not sure why you're laughing.
No, sorry, your argument is really funny that you wanted to start at the point that makes you look good, but not the actual point where you saw my video.
This is the start of the live. So Yeats is
exactly.
Hop on. So Yeats speaking. He's like, 10 and Bats were speaking to me behind my back. I'm like, I request it, and I was like, yo, if you feel like hurt by like what 10 said, you should probably unblock him and like speak to him privately. Okay, and it's like 10 isn't already responding to me about. I sent him the Yeats video and stuff. He wasn't responding to me. And then Rex is like, oh, but isn't it kind of messed up that you didn't tell 10 to apologize? What is the point of me telling someone to apologize who isn't responding to me, and this person that he's supposed to be apologizing to has him blocked, so he can't reach out to this person who he's apologizing to?
No, I kind of see that. I can kind of see that. I do think that like 10 should still kind of like take accountability for, you know, his
and I don't
actions.
disagree with that.
So Average, you see that part of the story where he started it at when he joined the live, right? Let's look at the entire context. So I posted my video not 3 hours. Well, it was at 10:08 my time. So that's like, if we do the math, that's 4 hours ago. So that means I posted like around 3 hours ago, maybe. Let's give what's it called? Vulcan. Stop being annoying. Stop. Let's go back and look at it. Like, I don't think Vulcan watched my video as soon as it came out, to be honest. So let's give it like a 30-minute time frame where he watched my video from when it was posted. That means that he had an hour and 30 minutes between when he watched my video and when he saw that Ghost posted his video. What basically happened is that Vulcan saw a video where I'm slandering him and his friends and decided to make two comments under my post, but not decide to watch the next 3 minutes of the video where I'm slandering him and his friends, and then instead do all this other stuff, which I don't care what he did. He did all this other stuff for like an hour and 30 minutes.
Of course he did.
And didn't think to go watch the 3-minute part of the video that he didn't watch, but then made the video, did whatever he did for an hour and 30 minutes, saw Ghost's live or Ghost's post. He posted it. He posted it, whatever. You see how he didn't watch the 3-minute, how it makes no sense that he didn't watch a 3-minute clip of me slandering him and his friends?
Yeah, I can kind of see that because, you know, if you don't watch the entire thing, you know, you kind of miss out on like some context for things. But also, I wouldn't necessarily call it like a slander post. I would rather call it a post where, you know, you're kind of criticizing them for not taking accountability for their
yeah, you're right.
actions.
You're right. Instead of a post where I'm going at them and I'm attacking them, I think that if it's a video like that towards me, I think I'd watch the entire video before making a comment and, you know, going and getting a bunch of context for things that I only know about half the video of. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, so sure. So you posted the video at 4:08 for me. So okay, so then 42 minutes. Yeah, 42 minutes later, I messaged Average. So from there, we can infer that I saw your video 42 minutes after it was posted.
So
Correct?
yeah, but also that means you could auto watch the video for like what 7 minutes. Let's subtract
No.
7 by 42. That's 35. You could have watched it
Okay,
at the
so when did I
30-minute
message
mark.
I messaged Mikey at 5:17. So that must have been the second time that I then typed the stuff.
Yeah, I don't
this
give
is
a
when I
damn about
typed
your
the stuff.
timeline, but do you see why within that hour
You
and 30
see-
minutes you didn't do any of the time to go back and watch the video? Like you see why?
You see how this is just like terrible for you because you don't care
It's
about my
terrible for
timeline.
me.
Oh my god,
Okay,
stop
so you
cutting me off.
coincidentally paused the
Please stop
live,
cutting me off.
made a
Yo, there
comment
needs to be
after
some
I
sort of
part where I
moderation.
talked about you
Yo,
talking bad about
moderate
Loki,
him, moderate
but
him,
then you paused it
please.
within that 10-second time frame,
Oh my
and
days,
then made a
moderate this
comment. You didn't wait to watch 10 seconds to see. Not even
Moderate
10
him.
seconds. You didn't wait like maybe 8 seconds, 5 seconds to see. Oh, but that's not the only time. 10 also said this about Ghost behind his back. You didn't
Yo,
think, oh my god, I should probably watch the next part of the video.
Yo, this is okay. This is even better. I think I was at least speaking to Ghost for 30 minutes before you hopped on panel. So, and one of my mutuals says, "Yo, the person that you were in the live with Rex blocks me. He sent me that at 6:50. So we can infer that Ghost probably went live around 10 past 6 or 20 past 6. The reason why you don't like my timeline is because it proves how innocent I am, and you don't have a rebuttal to that.
That's what you call fucking innocent. So you watched, yet again, I want you to make sure that you watched up until like 4:19. You coincidentally paused the video at exactly 4:19 and didn't hear the part where I said, but that's not the only time. You perfectly paused it right before that. You made 2 comments and then did all the other shit. You didn't decide to go watch.
You are not tracking.
No, that's your fucking argument. You're saying that you perfectly paused the video at 4:19 when my clip about you ended. Do you see how stupid that sounds?
Let me speak. Yo, I already told you that when I saw the video the first time, I messaged Average, get the clip.
You watched the video the first time, right?
Stop cutting me off.
That means you watched the
Please stop
entire
cutting me off.
video.
I'm dead ass leaving if you cut me off one more time.
I'm saying.
So, I watched the I see the clip of Average's live. I know the context of it. I message Average at 4:50. I went and watched the live that it was 18 minutes long. Then I comment on your video, which puts me back at the beginning. Because I went off the app. I closed the tab, swiped off the app. And I typed all that. I typed 5 lines in total on Word because I did it 5 lines. That's not long. Punctuation is not long. And after that, I messaged Mikey. And I'm like, is it okay if I edit this stuff? Blah, 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 blah. I messaged him that at 5:20. Then I watched live 3 more times. That's like low ball, be able to take like 48 minutes around that. So then that puts me at 6, correct? And well, that's even a low ball because it's probably like around 50 minutes. That will put me at like 10 past 6. And I see Goat's video.
Okay, so
No, I'm off. So I see Ghost's video. His video is 1 minute and 30 seconds. I watched that video twice, so it's 3 minutes. I send that to 10. 10 doesn't respond back. Then I hop on Ghost Live. What is not to gauge from that timeline?
So
It's
yet again, let me
consistent
ask you this:
throughout
what were the
whole
5
argument.
lines? The 5 lines that you wrote on Word, was that the comment you left under my post?
Yeah.
So okay, hold on. Let me make sense. Hold on. Do not interrupt. I want to make sure this makes sense. You perfectly watched the video to 4:19, where the clip about you and Loki perfectly ended. You perfectly swiped off at that exact point. For some reason, decided to go to Word to type out your message, your comment, but then go back to the post, comment that under for whatever fucking reason. Do you see how that makes no sense?
okay.
Because you can just
So
go
I-
into the comment, type out your comment in the little like word bubble,
Yeah.
look at it. Oh, look, that's okay. That's there. Okay, let me now just send that. You
Look,
don't. Why the fuck would you go to Word?
I
What type of
remember-
fucking psychotic person would go to
Holy
Word?
shit.
You're having to
remember that-
actively do
Yo.
more work.
I remember the debate. It was Wally West versus Trueform Darkside. I see that. I instantly know what you're going to use. And then I hear it, and I swipe off, message everybody, blah, 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 blah. Then This is what I message.
Do you see how like it's perfectly like he's just making up the story as he goes?
If if you think I'm making up this the whole time, this has been consistent throughout the whole.
Let's look at it this way. You said, oh, I watched the entire video. Oh, you watched the entire video? Oh, well, yeah, I watched up to the part where my clip came up. Oh, okay. And then I pointed out basically the fact that you what you did was bullshit, where you went to Word and typed out a fucking comment, then went back to the post and commented. And you said, well, actually what happened, I saw the clip, so I didn't even have to watch the clip. You're fucking making up your argument as you go.
You cannot track. I said I copied and pasted this onto Word to see how many lines it was. It's 5 lines. That's what I said. You can't.
Why the fuck would you need to see how many lines it is?
Well, yeah, because you said I wrote a paragraph. And if you
but why the fuck would you? Yeah, why the fuck would you need to stop what you're doing and go to Word and then type out 5 fucking lines and then go back to the post and comment?
Shut up! I'm speaking. If you think 2 lines is a paragraph, I don't know what to think about you. And if you think typing punctuation is going to take me 5 minutes, I also don't know what to think of you.
But I'm also saying this, like, okay, well, we both know that didn't take 5 fucking or less than 5 fucking seconds to do. We both know that didn't take less than 5 fucking seconds to do. But you coincidentally swiped up the like. Oh, no, let me make sense.
You just conceded. You literally
so your first thing, no, I didn't. You're just fucking retarded.
Oh,
sorry, I gotta get back.
Rex, yeah.
Hold on, let me do the live. I'll come back. Let me do this real quick. Hold on.
Rex, Rex.
Yo, someone clip that. Please tell me someone clip that. Please tell me someone clip that.
That wasn't.
No, I know that wasn't cool. I can admit to it. Something that Vulcan can never do.
Someone have that clip. Someone have that clip.
No, you can say that clip. I'm pretty sure that everybody in the mama uses that word. I guarantee that everybody in this live uses that word. We're gonna say, oh my god, he said the word. Everybody fucking says that word. The thing is that online doesn't like it. Anyways, the point is,
you're so angry.
Basically, the point is that at that part of the video, hold on, Vulcan, I'll let you talk. Let me talk. Basically happened. Oh, now you want to leave? Is that you want to leave? Oh, now he wants to leave.
Oh my god! Now he's running.
Yeah, I purposely. I admit that I can admit that I was wrong. You see how he perfectly leaves? Well, basically, average comic stand. Let me set it to you like this. We can go back and watch the clip. At the exact moment, where he watched my video, he saw up to 419. I went back and looked at it. 419 exactly. But then the next 5 seconds, I say, but that's not the only time they did this. And then he perfectly cut off the video at that exact point. He cut off the video at that exact point, and then went to Word, typed out 5 fucking lines, and then went back to the post and then commented that under the post. You see how that doesn't make any sense? And then I had to correct him on the fact that, oh, you watched the entire video?
That's what
I watched up to that part of the video. And then he said, well, actually, I saw the clip, so I didn't have to watch the part of the video.
That's what I'm saying. Why did he leave?
No, he left because he's like, I got you, buddy. And like, oh, okay. Perp Weezy. Bring Perp Weezy up there. I know that me and Perp Weezy are going to be real about this. Everybody and their mama says the word. Your favorite content creator, your favorite celebrity. Everybody says that fucking word. It slipped. I'll admit, it fucking slipped. I say it with my day-to-day life. Perp Weezy.
Yo, what's up?
Right, everybody says that word in their day-to-day life. They're just using that word like, oh my god, we got him. He's saying that bad word.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely said it before.
Oh, yeah, I say it on my day-to-day life. I mean, when I'm driving, I'm like,
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I've said way worse shit than that.
Yeah, I know, exactly. So he's gonna, like, I guarantee, like, oh my god, he said that word. And I'm like, bro, I guarantee you everybody says that shit. I can guarantee that you've probably said that shit behind closed doors a million times. But of course, he's gonna run with it. I guarantee it. Anyways,
I just I don't. I'm just so confused. Like, why he left? Like, the only conclusion I can come to is he was just looking for a way out, and that was his excuse to get his clip, which tells me that he just wasn't actually interested in coming to some sort of fair agreement with you.
Yeah.
He was just looking for a clip or some shit. Which is consistent. I already know how these people act.
Yeah, the whole debate that we had with the Superboy Prime stuff, he said that because it's an Infinity, because Superboy Prime killed an Infinite character, despite the Infinity, Superboy Prime killed a Anti-Monitor who was barely holding himself together, and because he killed Anti-Monitor, he still has an Infinity in him, and that same Infinity is equivalent